Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 13th Annual Social Discourse Olympics, an American tradition since 2011. Let's meet our contestants. Colton Cody Mitchell from Plano, Texas. He is legally unable to work, currently boycotting Starburst fruit chews, and has been banned from Grubhub for spreading disinformation.
Grubhub's a pedo, and pedos don't like bear, so I don't like pedos, because I like bear.
Whatever you say, my friend. Our next contestant, Grace Eleanor Winthrop, also from Plano, but now living in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. She is a member of Cocaine Users for Palestine, is the heiress to the Arby's fortune, and identifies as in between because she uses prepositions instead of pronouns.
Competition is a tool of the cis heterarchy!
I don't know what that means, and neither does she. And our final contestant, the pride of Boise, Idaho, Mr. Chet Borland. He can drink his body weight in White Claw Surge and wants to marry Renee Zellweger because he has been in a coma since August of '97.
I moshed at the Dave Matthews Band and Warped Tour.
Indeed you did. Our first event of the day is one of our favorites, greeting a coworker whose name you can't remember. First up is Cody. It appears he is not quite as outspoken in person as he is on the internet.
That's right. Walk away. Walk away.
Next up is Grace.
Hi, good to see you again.
Overly friendly, but purposefully vague. Very common in coastal social circles.
Conversations are a microaggression.
0 for 2. Let's see if Chet fares any better.
Oh, hey, man. What was your name again? I was in a coma.
Can we accept that? Chet has points on the board. Now for the fan favorite, greeting a black guy. Cody is up first. I believe he is the dark horse in this event. But wait, appears he has opened his Spotify playlist to show how much hip-hop he listens to. That is overcompensation, and that will cost him. The very inappropriately named Grace is up next. That is pandering, which he would find weird.
That's just internalized racism.
Well, you would know. Now to our current frontrunner, Chet Borland. Let's see how he does. Chet takes a commanding lead. He's only 25 years behind in racial discourse, not 60 like the rest of us.
Hey, I didn't even consider Fresh Prince of Black Show. Thought it was a really good sitcom.
None of us did. Somebody get him caught up.
Ever since you went into the coma, life has been getting more and more gayer and retarded every year, okay? And then George Floyd happened, and then it all went to hell, okay? So I don't know how you're gonna take this, but
This brings us to our third event, discussing transgender athletes in women's sports.
women have worked too long and hard for some man to come in and reap the benefits and rewards.
Name a female athlete.
What? Bruce Jenner? I mean, Jenny Jenner? I mean, Vagina Jenner, you know?
There is no evidence to suggest that a woman born into a male's body has any biological advantage whatsoever.
My daughter is Riley Gaines.
Oh, she did not see that one coming. If Chet can win this round, he'll take all the marbles. Now that Chet is walking with the Lord, it's still anyone's ballgame. When we come back, it will be sudden death overtime, where the subject will be Israel versus Palestine. This could go either way, folks. You are watching the Social Discourse Olympics.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Normal World. I'm Dave Landau.
I'm Quarter Black Garrett, and as always, Angela.
Hi, glad to be here.
How are you?
Oh, great.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Yes, and joining us today, film editor, comedian. Please welcome my friend, Austin Anderson.
Hello. Hello, gentlemen. It's wonderful to be here.
Glad you're here.
I like how the applause just never stops.
Well, it's when you walk in, it's when you get...
For you, man.
This is for you, buddy.
That's cool. This is the first time you guys have talked to me since I've been here.
We only do it on air.
Yeah.
We like it to be uncomfortable all the time.
Because we're the hosts.
That's right.
Just staring at me from across the hall.
Yep.
Your
Across
giant
this
glass window.
Yes, did you like the glass
chasm
window room?
here.
I loved it.
It's just where we put the guests and everybody walks by.
Whispers about them.
Yeah, and talks about you.
Yeah.
We put our body parts on the glass.
I wanted it to feel like a zoo, you know?
You've accomplished.
Well, that's all we ask.
Yeah.
Did you like the food we left out for you on the floor? The Cheerios?
I think I found most of the peanuts.
Handfuls
my
of
teeth.
lettuce.
We feed you exactly what a giraffe gets. Enjoy.
Like,
Random greens.
you got to put water on the lettuce before he eats it so he gets his water.
Palatable.
You get something to drink, you've gotten your lettuce.
Did they put water on your lettuce?
Why are you asking for stuff?
It'd be so difficult.
Yeah, like we said.
Austin.
Did you not get put in the back of a U-Haul and brought here?
I don't know where I was going to end up.
Yeah, well, you were just sitting there eating dinner with your family.
You get tranked.
Yeah, like, where am I going? Normal World.
That's where we get you.
You're gonna hate it. We're good to have you here.
Yeah. Thanks for being here, man.
Yeah.
Film editor.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. What films?
Just video editing.
Video editor, I should have said.
Yeah, but I like
Look at
film
me.
because it sounds.
But yeah, it
classy.
sounds a little more
Yeah, film.
high tech.
I like to work on film. It's a very expensive hobby.
The short films. Short.
What I do is I watch a movie, then I re-edit it and send it to the director and see if they like it more.
Well, I have some notes. You might want to know them. Yeah, I love editing. It's a ton of fun.
Yeah, I've been doing it. I first started on the iMac, the clear ones.
Yes.
Blue one, 2001.
Classics. Back when we had
iMovie.
culture.
Yeah.
We don't have the culture anymore. I want more see-through plastic gear.
That's where technology should have stopped. 01.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Cell phones, VHS was still a thing.
I would argue Y2K should have stopped that night.
Oh, man, I'm so upset it didn't.
Yeah, it all should have ended that evening, and the world would be a better place right now.
Remember all the bucks? They told us it was going to. They're like, it's happening. This is the end. It's the reset.
Uh-huh.
Oh, my friend Ray, I've told you about him. He's the one who cut open his arm to get out the bad blood when he was on acid, and then he sealed it shut with a lighter. Yeah, he was on his roof. Great guy. Well, he's fine, actually. He's a good dude. He's born again. I don't know why. But he sat on his roof all night with a shotgun. And we're all at my friend's party.
Y2K?
Yeah, we're at my friend's party. We're like, it's 2000 in like other places. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
You don't know that. You don't know that.
What did he think was going to happen? Like marauders were going to instantly go like, oh, it's time to
When you look
steal
at
people's stuff.
when you look at the technology now to then, it's like, what would have happened? It's like, they're going to have to hand me my
man.
bill on paper.
Our calendars are slightly messed up.
Like most stuff was just going to operate how it did anyway.
Yeah, there wasn't really anything. All the computers weren't even hooked up to the internet yet.
No, you'd be like, what are we going to do? You're like, I guess we're going to have to push the oscillating door.
Oh no.
Oh no,
Half the military now works off of like MS Paint.
right.
Yeah. It's still Microsoft 98.
The worst thing that might have happened is bank records went away, and then you'd go in the next day and be
no.
like, hey, my $1 billion isn't here.
Yeah, I got to go back and read some of those books.
The Y2K?
Yeah, there were so many of them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, legit, some of it would have been really bad if they didn't think ahead and reprogram everything, but they did that, and we were good.
Yeah. It would be odd that if people were smart enough to invent computers and the internet, but they were like, hey, guys, I forgot. I stopped
Totally
it
forgot.
at 2000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When will this, how long will this last? Till 2000?
And Bill Gates was like, I thought we stopped it at 16.
It's just the island, Bill.
Because he hurts kids.
It's just the island. Speaking,
I don't know. I'm convinced he's a woman.
Bill Gates?
Oh, yeah.
He's at least
With the pink sweater and the tits? That's
Yeah.
a woman.
Or he's at least the it's Pat.
Yeah.
just old.
I went up
You get tits when you're old.
I went to a library sale, and the librarian, I thought it was Bill Gates,
It probably was.
but it was just an old woman with the same size tits.
It's like, I invented the internet. And you're like, that's fine. Can I use the Dewey Decimal System? I think he is a woman because he's a bitch.
Yeah.
I said it. I thought we'd get at least.
Don't take it back.
We were really not using that board right. I thought there'd be a sound effect.
It's so
Thank you.
quiet, though.
I know, it's no good.
I turned it down
Why?
because
Why would you?
I don't
You woman.
support this.
You don't support
I don't support this.
Fine. I think Bill Gates is a lady.
Why not?
He wears big vagina pants. Have you noticed that? Like
I have
those-
noticed that,
the
yes.
Khakis.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Only like women that were your substitute teacher would wear.
like pleated.
Up to where your tits would be.
Right.
That's
That
where he wears
all
them.
substitute female teachers wore. Where it's like, where do you go? To the big vagina store? Do you know what I
You
mean?
get the front butt.
It's the giant font.
Yeah,
It's the big and wide store.
it does
You
not.
just see all of them, and that's all they sell is giant khaki pants and sweaters that have wreaths on them.
They're like, how are you still in business? Bill Gates owns it. He doesn't even need to sell anything.
Yeah, these are actually
Owned by
all free.
BlackRock.
Yeah. We're going to own everything one day in these giant pants.
Only people that wear them are Oprah and Bill Gates.
Yeah, and Michael Moore comes in for a
Goldberg.
baseball cap.
Doesn't pretend he doesn't work. You don't shop here, sir? No, I'm just looking.
They're just like, still haven't showered, huh? Here's your cap.
Yeah, here you go. You're looking good, Michael. You don't at all look androgynous, or that your hormones aren't deciding if you're a guy or a girl. A lot of the people we have problems with naturally, their bodies don't know if they're men or women.
Yeah.
Michael Moore, Bill Gates.
Michael Moore and Bill Gates should get married.
They should, and then I bet you they will have sex and then still not know the answer.
They'll be like, we don't even know. We don't know if it's a penis or vagina.
They don't know who was in who.
Very confused.
It's like, it's just something alien.
Something about it. They're in this weird, uncanny valley.
That's why he's got into the medical industry. It's so he can have scientists examine and run tests on his genitalia.
If I make everyone look like me,
Yeah.
I'll look like a man.
It's
What's his plan with the vaccines?
He just
We're
wants,
gonna be ugly lesbians.
slowly your genitals are just turning into something that
end
doesn't
game.
make sense.
What's happening to me?
Like, I have this weird in-betweenus.
No. Eat bugs.
It's just forming in the middle of the night. Just wake up
Between us.
this vagina with balls on it. Like, I don't understand.
I don't know what this is.
What do I have? It's called a Gates.
It looks like a doorstop.
Yeah. Why do you think he called it Microsoft? He doesn't understand it either.
Know it.
That's what it is. Where'd you get the name? That's just what I call whatever's down in my pants that I cover up with khakis.
Cover up with substitute teacher vagina pants. Oh, man.
He's not a bad guy. He wears pink sweaters. It's like Warren Buffett licking ice cream.
Yeah, well, Warren Buffett is a good guy.
Not nearly as cool.
No, that's what I like about him, though. He's just like a billionaire. He buys used cars. He goes to McDonald's.
That's way cooler than buying up farmland and making people eat bugs.
It's way cool, yeah. It's way cooler than taking a jet to an island you shouldn't go to.
Right.
Or making people take shots in their arms that oddly you hold stock in.
Yeah.
He just likes numbers and wants to win. And then Bill Gates is like, when you die, can I have your money?
No, all the kids were playing catch, and Warren Buffett was like, Asperger's isn't a thing yet. And they were like, all right, well, here's a radio flyer and a piggy bank.
Yeah.
And that's all that happened.
I will live my life this way.
Yeah, he has great advice, too.
Yeah.
I've taken it, and then, you just can't live up to that guy. You're from Omaha.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He still lives in the same house. He's got a little guard shed there. I actually know a guy that's his security.
Really?
And security for Bill Gates when he would come into town. This was a while ago.
Is him or his brother Jimmy, were they nicer?
And I know this.
Buffett?
Bill Gates, the guy told me, does not allow a radio to be in his vehicle.
Bill Gates?
Yeah, the vehicle that he's driven around in cannot, the radio has to be removed.
Is it so he can hear the kids crying better?
Well, like he likes to sit in silence so he can think of their screams.
Fantasize.
I bet
It helps me focus.
Yeah, I bet it's that thing though where it's like because he thinks he's so intelligent. Well, I mean he is, but it's like the Steve Jobs thing where he's like, I just wear the same thing every day because I don't have time to pick out a shirt and pants.
It saves me time. Mark Zuckerberg does the same thing.
Yeah.
And then Mark Zuckerberg does the same thing, and then when he has like a whole team develop a new look, because he switched from whatever it was before to just the gray shirt. And he spent millions of dollars researching that.
From the Michael Cera?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was
Michael
very strange.
His whole closet. Now, I wonder what he wears when he's like killing Samoans on his Hawaiian island.
He built his own. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's built his own like bomb shelter.
Freaking bunker. What does he know, man? What does he know? Why is he building a bunker?
Oh, he knows what the other billionaires know, what they're going to do to hurt us. And then he's like, all right, let's build me a nice little paradise.
This is mine. Everyone, all the indigenous people here, he's just chasing them off.
Yeah, he's like, nobody's allowed here, especially the Winklevoss twins who came up with my whole thing.
That's who he's
They'll stay away. Very suspicious. They get more land after the big, fire.
Yeah, isn't it odd? It's just odd that Hawaii...
And only the blue things last. Mark, Facebook.
Isn't that odd? That the blue houses like Oprah's are fine?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know much about the fire, I got to be honest.
It was hot.
It was from what I can tell, it was warm.
I just know that one guy, an Uber driver, told me they shot laser beams down from the sky. I never looked into it.
That's real.
I think to get a job at Uber, they have to ask you your 3 favorite conspiracies. You'll be telling every passenger that gets in your car.
Yeah.
I got in an Uber once, and this guy pulled out like a meter that like measures like radioactivity in the sky, and he was like going in different lanes trying to show me that.
Oh my God.
I told you about it.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh, okay, thank you.
Yeah. You know what? This is actually fine. I'll just walk the rest the other 20 miles. It's fine.
You're like, hey, you know that steering wheel? That's pretty good for measuring accuracy as well.
That guy,
Distance, speed.
the guy that told me it was in LA, and he picked me up from the airport. He was from South Central. And he was a Mexican, like old, he was in a gang. And then he started telling me about 15-minute cities and pulling up videos on TikTok while he was driving.
Oh, yeah.
Through LA traffic. And then I was like, oh, there's a woman in just underwear scratching both her butt cheeks at the same time. Which was true. And he goes, oh, you saw that? And I go, yeah. It's daylight.
Yeah, it's LA. What a wonderful place.
I got in one 2 days ago, and I was like, you can listen to whatever music you want, because he turned down his radio, and the guy goes, thanks. And it was a book on tape of how to control your anger with a woman. So for 15
Imagine being a woman in the car.
No, the whole thing was like just like how a male needs to control a woman to not be to control a man himself, not to be violent.
Yeah.
So clearly this guy did something, and I'm just sitting back there.
Court ordered.
I thought it was a self-help about controlling a woman's anger.
No, it was I said it wrong. It was to control a man's anger. He's like, sometimes, and the book was seriously like, sometimes a woman has points, and you'll have to listen. And I'm in the back.
Did you tell him that the book was filled with lies?
Immediately, I go, hey, buddy, this is garbage. What are you listening to?
Don't listen to that.
Did he have a picture of his wife in the visor with like 2 black eyes? She just looks at it.
No, she was in shotgun.
She was in the trunk.
I go, hey, can I put my luggage back here? And he was like, no, man.
No. No space. There's no space.
Yeah. Have you ever read Pimp by Iceberg Slim? I think it'd be a better book for you. Yeah, it was kind of terrifying though, because I'm like, I don't want to say a word to make this guy upset, but I also want to pretend like I can't hear this, but we both know I can. But I wanted to almost say that, like, do you think you have headphones in right now?
I would listen.
He didn't ask you?
That's what you listen to alone.
You very much listen to it alone.
You don't play it for a stranger.
Oh, I kind of respect that, you know? He doesn't care.
No.
Like, I'll play it. I'm listening to what I want to listen to in my car. You made the decision to get into my car.
He's admitting that he has a problem.
I paid for it though.
Oh, that's true.
It's true. Preacher Eat Ass 2 is just playing on audio book. All right,
the final chapters.
Yes, just the one. Yeah.
Just that one chapter.
I know how we get out of here.
Like, let's all do our thingy. And you're like, this, sir.
Sir, this is...
You have a problem? You said I could listen to what I wanted to. Thank you.
It's a bestseller.
What is this? What are you listening to? It's a video. It's a recording I made. It's just screaming.
It's artistic. It's an expression.
Do you like it? I don't. Are you sure? I love it.
Wait till we get to the baritone screams.
He has burned CDs of it. He's like, do you want to buy?
What's good about these screams? You can't tell if they're moans or screams.
You don't know.
Somewhere in the middle.
There's a thin line between pleasure and pain.
There really is. It really is. And that guy's learning it, and I'm proud of him. But you know what you need to learn, folks? Miracle Made sheets.
Oh, man.
Man, that guy, once he learns to stop beating that broad, they are going to have some great makeup sex in their Miracle Made sheets.
I don't even think he needs it, because once he gets into those sheets, all the anger's going to go away.
That's totally true. All you have to do... Have you tried these?
No.
But you should.
Oh, man.
You know what? You're going to get them as a gift from me.
All right.
Because you look like you could use some bacteria sheets.
You look like you need your bed cleaned up.
All I'm saying is you look like you pitched for the Pittsburgh Pirates in 1978, and you're the kind of fellow that might nod off with a bloody nose. So, and you don't want bacteria in your sheets, do you?
No, I mean, normally I just sleep in a bed filled with old chew. I fall asleep at night with my
Let
mouth.
it dribble out. Yeah. But if you did, these would be the sheets to wear to use, because they sop up like 99% of bacteria.
That's right. They're self-cleaning, friend.
Yeah. Sleep cool. You like to sleep cool?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You look cool, so I got a feeling you're sleeping cool.
I like to be cool. I like fans on.
Yeah, that's right.
You don't need them with this.
I also like fans on me when I'm sleeping. Oh. Wait, what? That's not what I meant. Meow.
Mark Zuckerberg loves fans.
So, but no,
he loves his slave people fanning him.
Yeah. The cobalt. Tell me about the cobalt.
But these are inspired by NASA. They are not inspired by Bill Gates for many reasons. But they are extremely comfortable. I love them. I sleep on them every night. And I have to tell you, I promise you, you're going to like them yourself. If you go to trymiracle.com/normal, you will be thrilled with them. I promise. And you can buy them for yourself. You can buy them as a gift for a loved one. You got Valentine's Day coming up. And right now, if you use the code, not only are you going to save over 40%, you're going to get 3 free towels.
Tell them about the towel set. You get a rag?
What?
You get like a hand towel?
What?
You get one of those larger towels, like ones you put on the shelf for a guest, but you never actually use them. You get one of those,
like a hand towel.
Like the bigger hand towel.
Oh,
face towel.
Face towel, hand towel,
face, hand, and your body. You can cover up that body with a nice Miracle Made towel set.
I do like a good towel.
That's 3.
Right. Toweling down, you could whip them up.
You get 3 towels and the sheets?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you waiting for?
It's amazing. It's a miracle.
These are a fine piece of towel.
Oh, that's right.
That's right. So go ahead, do it. trymiracle.com/normal, and you will write me a thank you note.
And use the code normal.
That's right. And the code normal.
Too.
You look at that. Look how happy she is.
She's so happy.
Oh yeah, she looks like she's hiding from that Uber driver.
Yeah, she's like, I bought him a book on Audible, so it's.
I can't get out of the bed. They're so comfortable.
These bears.
Well, she's pulling it up. She's like, he's home.
She can hear the car pull in.
No, those look luxury. I hope you just give me the ones that are on your bed. You just pull them off and.
Yeah, I need a new set. So
ball it up.
Send you mine autographed. So anyway, and get them, enjoy them.
They support the show. We support them.
Let's talk about this. Not Trump, but it involves Trump. But DeSantis has dropped out.
That's right. This is number 2, right? Vivek, whatever you say, however you say his name. He dropped. He endorsed Trump.
That's right.
Now DeSantis has dropped, and he's endorsing Trump. All we have left is Nikki Haley.
Yeah, who I think we all know is going to win.
Yeah, absolutely. She's not delusional in any way.
No.
No.
Yay, ladies.
Yeah, let's go, lady.
Is that what all women have to do?
Why? Can we get better examples of women, please? Are there only the craziest of the crazy that run? Okay, all right.
I don't want a woman
They
to
match
run
the men.
the country.
Yeah.
I'm just going to come out and say it.
No, not like that. Just because I don't think they're as bright as men.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Angela nodded in agreement, actually, just now.
Don't lie.
Don't you lie.
Don't you lie.
Don't you know what you just did? You know why you're not as good?
Look at her looking down.
She knows it.
Yes, she knows.
When we negotiated
Don't
for the show.
She was looking down because she was looking at the note you wrote that said, "You're not as good as men."
And it's not a small note. It's a very large font you
It's so
used.
weird how you have women running
You know,
the show. So weird.
Yeah, I do have women write the show.
That is weird.
Running.
Oh God.
Running everywhere. I don't even know what
how
they
many
do.
women are around here.
There are women around here.
Oh my goodness.
They're going to start messing with the prompter. I think women are better.
We're all.
South Park, they nailed it of what would happen. If women ran it, they would put us on Mars
It's true.
and put us underground to write jokes and milk us.
It's like a handman's
The
tale.
woman producer in the booth says, "I'm just gonna go to black."
Just got the show's over.
Well, yeah, I actually do think women are better than men. I think they all know that.
Oh, yeah.
Here. Yeah.
I don't know.
Which why I think they
we're all
won't-
dumb.
I don't think they'll run for president because they're not power-hungry morons, except for Nikki Haley, which is why it freaks you out.
That's why the ones that do run, they're the craziest ones.
It creeps you out. You're like, this isn't.
What's going
why is
on
this
here?
ingrained in your DNA, you sociopath?
Ick.
Actually, Ron DeSantis did kind of roast her in his
Did he?
speech. Yeah.
What'd he say?
Well, we have a video of it.
Okay, let's do it.
Now, following our second place finish in Iowa, we've prayed and deliberated on the way forward. If there was anything I could do to produce a favorable outcome, more campaign stops, more interviews, I would do it. But I can't ask our supporters to volunteer their time and donate their resources if we don't have a clear path to victory. Accordingly, I am today suspending my campaign. I'm proud to have delivered on 100% of my promises, and I will not stop now. It's clear to me that a majority of Republican primary voters want to give Donald Trump another chance. They watch his presidency get stymied by relentless resistance, and they see Democrats using lawfare this day to attack him. Well, I've had disagreements with Donald Trump, such as on the coronavirus pandemic and his elevation of Anthony Fauci. Trump is superior to the current incumbent, Joe Biden. That is clear. I signed a pledge to support the Republican nominee, and I will honor that pledge. He has my endorsement because we can't go back to the old Republican guard of yesteryear, a repackaged form of warmed-over corporatism that Nikki Haley represents. The days of putting Americans last, of kowtowing to large corporations, of caving to woke ideology are over.
Man, that was boring.
Yeah.
That was
Almost like all politics.
tedious. All I could look at was his eyebrows. They looked like they were moving further and further away.
Well, they were trying to get away from his mouth.
Yeah, they had enough.
Now, what did you think of DeSantis?
I liked him for a
like
long
DeSantis?
time. I think he kind of gave up in the end there.
That's what I felt.
I like the way that he handled Florida, but then people did make a point. I think it was North Dakota. They also didn't lock down.
Right, yeah.
But I mean, what did they? Who cares?
There's a few other
That video actually reminded me of a hostage video. I think Trump was standing off camera. Just staring at him.
Tell him I'm great.
Sanctimonious. Say what I
Look at
told you to say.
They're like, put some flags in the dungeon.
I just
He's
Right
felt like
in this
that
place.
the whole time. He's felt like that the whole campaign. Like before the campaign, he was out there roasting reporters and stuff and saying things off the cuff, and he felt very much like
Free?
natural and free. And then once he got into the campaign, it was a stoic robot that was repeating exactly what was written in front of him. And I think that's why people didn't want to vote for that, because they don't want that anymore.
and now he's got more flags than Ground Zero. just to make a speech.
Like, trust me, I love America.
Yeah, it's
There's flags off camera too that you can't see. They're like, that won't be in frame. He's like, more flags.
I'm
They're
gonna.
reflected in his eye.
Yeah, just. He's like, could you take off the flag sunglasses, sir?
The flag, trucker hat,
He's wearing a flag jacket.
and the underpants.
Please don't do it. What the problem is they're going after Trump. They've gone after Trump now so hard, where so many people are angry and upset with the government for the way that they've handled everything, that regardless if you dislike them, like them, whatever it is, I think it's just pissing people off now.
Yeah.
And I think it's very, very hard for anybody to run against him on the Republican ticket.
Yeah, and it's that we were talking about this before, that this is how weak the Republicans are. They don't have a candidate to run up against Trump. That's why Trump keeps powerhousing all of them. And he proves that you don't have to go to these stupid debates, like a 300-year-old process that we're doing. We should just stop doing that. If DeSantis ran, instead of debates, if they sat down and just had a conversation, like on like a Joe Rogan podcast style, where you just sit down, you have questions, you answer them in a natural way, he would have done way better. But he was in this old system of debates where we get on a stage and we have a moderator and there's a crowd, and it's just so antiquated, the system that we're in. And Trump knows that. That's why he didn't go. That's why he didn't do it.
Well, yeah, and he also called him what?
He has a lot of great
names.
nicknames.
It's, De Sanctimonious, Shutdown Ron, which is an odd one. Rhino Globalist.
Rhino Globalist.
Disaster.
Disaster.
Rob. And Meatball Ron.
Wait, I saw that. White Meatball Ron.
I don't know why they were calling him Meatball Ron, but that was the newest one. And then they were accusing him of wearing lifts.
They're probably like, why Meatball Trump? Meatball. Look at him.
He's like, he looks like a meatball. I don't know. Look at him.
Looks like a meatball, frankly. Have you not seen him?
Yeah, he looks very,
Excuse me?
he looks like he's going to cry.
Dude, it's just like the weird inhuman responses he would have on stage too, like that weird like tongue lick thing where he's like,
who licked their lips like that?
DeSantis.
Yeah, that's a normal thing though for anybody to get dry mouth when they're
I'm not going to vote for that guy.
No, I get it. But I mean, he loves nicknames when you think about it. I mean, you have like Crooked Hillary.
Trump, yeah.
You have Low Energy Joe.
He's
Low Energy
campaign killing nicknames.
Yeah, he has career killing nicknames.
Absolutely.
He said it was because he looked like a meatball to him and he was Italian.
Slightly racist. I love it.
I just love that it's racist.
Dude, this is why I vote for Trump. Okay, it's exclusively the entertainment factor. He is a freaking great entertainer.
When he was running, I went to one of his rallies because it was one of the best stand-up shows I've ever heard in my life.
January 6th, correct?
He's up there doing freaking material.
He's just, oh man, he did like 2 hours.
Well, I remember you and I were in Lansing, Michigan.
Yeah.
And you were like, I had said something about Trump, and you were like, no, you got it wrong. You're like, you're going to like him. And I was like, it just seems so weird, man. And then it turned out that, but then he started going on stage against them, and I was like, I'm really enjoying this. And the second it turned into Jeb going, please clap.
Oh, man.
The saddest moment in political history.
So sad.
You know, speaking of stand-up sets that are very entertaining, can we get to the boobies?
Oh,
yeah, let's
almost
talk
forgot about the boobies.
Last Wednesday at the Hollywood Improv, after a shirtless Bert Kreischer, I didn't know he did that, was done with his...
Is that a new bit that he's doing?
I guess he's working on it. Okay. A shirtless Bert Kreischer was done with his set and introed the next comic, Natasha Leggero, and she took to stage and took her shirt off. She said, if boys can do it, why can't girls? And, she asked, the crowd, of course, was cheering and screaming. Do we have the video?
Oh, yeah.
This next person coming to stage is absolutely one of the funniest comedians I know in the world. I am jealous of her husband because he gets to live with her and she is that hilarious. Ladies and gentlemen, Natasha Leggero. Yeah!
I like it.
I like Natasha. I think she's actually funny.
I do think Natasha's funny, and also, dude, she's 50. She looks great.
Dude, I didn't know she was 50.
I don't know if that's legal because her tits are 10, but she looks great.
At least they don't look ridiculous.
No, she looks great.
She went with like a nice B cup or something like that.
It made a fun point.
But I mean, it reminded me of how being a stand-up comedian, I just sometimes feel like a stripper. Have you ever done a corporate event or somewhere where it's just degrading?
I've done strip clubs on stages. I did once where it was to strippers and their clients, and the whole room, for some reason, their favorite clients were also all paralyzed men, which I assume had to do with the fact that they couldn't, get up on the attack. But it was seriously like, and I get on stage and
just a room filled with Stephen Hawking's?
Dude, it was all Hawking's, except,
Except it wasn't a preschool.
It was all
Some of them had hands. Some of them could. But one kid was like playing a video game, and I was like, can I be talking like this in front of your kid? And he goes, sorry, hit that again?
I'm sorry.
It's so quiet.
I like to watch underage girls rub me where I can't feel.
Steven!
He always comes back from the dead to tell us that.
Just every day.
It was a room full of Hawkings, though. And I asked, I'm like, should your kid be hearing me talk about this? And she's like, you're in a strip club. And I was like, you're right. He's going to OD. So I just went on. But it was a bizarre feeling. But you do feel like a stripper.
There's a lot of crossover. Daddy issues.
Well, and corporate shows do make you feel icky.
I went to a really, in my 20s, a very rich man had a corporate event. And when I got there, I was like, all right, well, where am I going to perform? And he's like, your table's over there. And I'm like, okay. He goes, so you'll just get underneath it and stick your head through the table. And then when they come get their food, I'll pull the platter off, and then you can tell them jokes.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and I go, I'm not gonna do that.
Like a stripper out
and he goes, I'll give you $300 more. I said, all right, where's the table? I did it.
Show me that table.
And I just yelled things at him, and I made an old woman pour Jack Daniels in my mouth.
All right.
So it's it's just as degrading.
I would relapse that minute.
You're like, wow.
After
I'm done.
Almost 15 years of sobriety. It's like you have to put your head through that. I'd be like, no way. Yeah. And then
$300?
Not for $300, but if they hit like 30,000, I'd be like, well, hand me that bottle of Jack.
I'm doing it.
Well, I was at 700, and then it was an extra 300.
Yeah.
But this was
I've
like 15 years ago, so I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, 15 years ago, I would have done it in a heartbeat for that much money.
Yeah.
I would have taken the gig for 300. Dude, there's so many Well, Matt and I did a nudist colony. He talks about that on stage.
Did you have to be nudist as well?
No, they offered.
They offered for you to take your clothes off?
Yeah. And a guy brought us up on stage. He had a tuxedo shirt on.
So, hey, man, you don't have to wear clothes.
Is that it?
Be
Yeah.
all nude.
Just a tuxedo shirt.
Winnie the Pooh in it?
Winnie the Pooh in it. And he had...
Donald ducking it?
Yep. And he had a vagina. There's no way there was a penis there. I don't know where it was hidden.
No.
But he looked like Martin Mull. What? And he brings up...
He was wearing a shirt with no pants?
Yeah, Matt does a stand-up bit about a McLowry where he was talking to the... He talks to the guy in the front row and he goes, where are you from? And the guy goes, Matt does this on stage, so I'll credit to McLowry, but it really did happen. And the guy goes, hey, buddy, let's not go there. And he's like, well, clearly you value your privacy. Because you're spread eagle on a folding chair. God. And I sat next to two of the fattest people I've ever seen on earth. The whole place smelled...
We're just obese?
Oh, yeah.
Where they're like, no one wants to look at them naked, but if they go to a place like that, they could be like, look at me. Look at my rolls.
The place smelled like...
You have to. It's part of the culture.
The place smelled like old, wet ham. And when we first got there...
God have mercy.
When we first got there, we walked in to see where people were, and there was just 3 people putting on clothes, 2 guys and an older woman. And I don't know what had happened, but you just knew it was something terrible by the vibe in the air. And yeah, we did stand-up comedy, and it was like... Dude, they would just be sitting in the hot tub, and the guy's balls are just like bouncing on top of it, because there was just like a pool right there. And we both got put in a trailer.
So long.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we were put in a trailer for before.
So long
the
and
show.
so warm.
Yeah, and dude, both of our beds were perfectly made when we left that night immediately after the show because we just sat on top of the sheets in the room, never changing.
They give you a place to
You're
stay.
you're in a winter coat.
Dude, and the son's driving us around, showing us the grounds, and he's like, "It's not a sexual thing," and we're like, "Yeah, it is." And then he goes, it's not about perversion, and no joke, like days later in an article it goes, man that belonged to that nudist colony caught masturbating and drinking his own urine on I-75.
Oh God, what state was this?
It's outside of the cult.
Michigan?
You can't judge nudists outside of the nudist colony.
No, I mean, clely he was normal there.
Yeah. When they get there.
Yeah, it's when he gets home, he drinks
safe.
pee.
For like the longest time, Matt and I would just go to each other and go, I'm going to go to the bar. You want a shot of piss?
Wearing, like, the Donald ducking it, you're a nudist. So it's not about being nude. It's just about showing your dick.
No, he was trying to be fancy.
Oh, he's
well, I mean, it was a tuxedo shirt. He was. He was the most well-dressed person there.
He's like, somebody had to greet you. Thank you, Phil.
He wears a shirt because he thinks his nipples are weird.
Yeah,
not his Bill Gates vagina patch.
Yeah, every ass in the place looked like it had been shot with a BB Tommy gun.
Oh, no. Like an old stop sign.
Like at the old fairs. Yes. The old fairs where you would shoot the target.
Yes. Like it was, and I'm not one to, ridicule anybody else's body, but just why are you naked? There was like there was like one attractive girl.
Is that how you open the show? Why are you naked?
I opened right away. They're like, you should take your clothes off, and I'm just very serious, and I'm like, no. Like just immediately shaming them for their kink. What? It's not. This is free.
Yeah,
this is freeing.
It's a message we're trying to send out into the world.
Yeah, we're just trying to say that like this is how we were created, and it's like and then
dude, Bert Kreischer's halfway there.
He's getting there. Good old Bert, though.
Yeah, I love him. I just want him to know that it's all right if he puts his shirt on now.
Yeah, I think
the world needs to know that we'll still think he's funny and love him.
Yeah,
I know he wants to wear a shirt. I can feel it.
Bert, we say this as people that know you. It's fine.
Yeah,
it's just a shirt.
You can do it. You'll still be just as funny.
Maybe more.
Yeah, I always thought his words were funny.
Yeah,
shirt thing.
I get the shirt. I mean,
without the shirt.
Yeah, I get. I mean, I actually
it's
don't.
funny sometimes.
I don't get it at all. But I.
He's trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, you know.
Well, let's jump into this. I don't want to miss this because I think it's very important that we talk about it.
Yeah.
Ben and Jerry, guys.
The old BJ.
The old BJ, the ice cream maker, have stepped in and they want to know. They put their opinion, their political opinion, because everybody always says, "What do Ben and Jerry think?"
Put their cream where their mouth is.
Yes. They said it is time to stop the conflict in the Middle East.
Oh, man.
So this just in, it has stopped.
Wow.
They did it.
Thank you, BJ.
Everybody, we want to thank Ben and Jerry for ending the conflict. Thank you.
Peace in the Middle East.
That's all it took.
Yeah.
That's all it took was Ben and Jerry to
a sugary dairy treat. I don't even know if that's a word. I can't say.
Treat.
Derriere.
I had one of those at the nudist colony. It's a diabetic woman.
Something retreated.
So this is unprecedented for Ben and Jerry to speak on political situations
that they know little about.
Yes,
never happened before.
No.
I always like to know what Ben and Jerry think. I believe one of their kids drowned in an ice cream shaped pool, which is not funny.
I thought you were going to say,
is that for real?
Cream,
I think so.
Like the Joker.
I think one of
was the pool filled with ice cream?
No, it was just shaped like a cone.
Oh,
which
it should have been shaped like a bucket. That's why they sell their ice cream.
I could be making that up though. Maybe it should be shaped like a bucket.
Yeah, give you more real estate. For swimming.
They comes in a pint, right?
Exactly.
That's the problem. Is the pool was actually a pint, and
Dude, I love Ben and Jerry's ice cream. Like whenever I hate myself, I just get a pint and I eat the whole thing.
Yeah, I hate it because I don't agree with them politically either. So then I eat the whole pint and I feel like crap in two ways.
Yeah. You melt it down and try to keep this physique. Melt it down so it's liquid and I can eat it faster.
Yeah. But have you ever had a pint of Ben and Jerry's and been like, I'm not going to finish this, and then you immediately go back and finish it?
Yeah. I just did.
It's 2 meals
the night before I came here.
Did you?
Yeah.
There you go.
I got the dairy free though.
And then
I felt good about my decision.
What is dairy-free ice cream?
It was just made with almond milk.
Mm. It's made, which is French for semen.
It's what people who hate war eat.
Mm-hmm. It's right. No offense. But this does bring us to an important thing. They have released a line of ice creams.
Thank God.
To bring awareness to the war that they just stopped. Because, I mean, Israel and Palestine have been in conflict for quite a while.
Yeah.
And thanks to Ben and Jerry, it is now over. And that brings us to tonight's half-ass top 10.
5,000-year holy war has ended.
What are the flavors?
Number 4, QB. What do you got?
Holy War Waffle Cone Crunch.
Ooh, that looks good.
Sounds good.
Sounds tasty.
Angela, you got one?
Number 3, Hubba Bubba Hamas.
Ooh, that also looks tasty.
That looks great.
That cow's ticking.
Yeah.
Austin, number 2.
I got Koran Berry Crunch.
Ooh, I like that.
The crunchy too. They're really going for those crunches.
And I couldn't decide on this number 1, so I either was going to go with Human Some More or Suicide Bomber Baked Cookie Blast.
That's the one.
And that brings us to tonight's half-ass top 10. Well, we're going to be back tomorrow. Will you join us again?
Yeah, I will be here.
I want you to join us again. We want to thank you guys for tuning in. We greatly appreciate it.
Yeah.
Where can we find you, my sweet boy?
You can find me at austinanderson.net, toolshedartclub.com, and those are the places.
Which I had a wonderful time on, and then we also talked. I got to have the guy on from Flint. We were just
you do. David Gunn.
What a great interview.
Yeah, he's a cool dude, man.
His music is great, and check out his book, by the way. It's phenomenal. Summertime in Murder City?
Yeah, or Summer in Murder Town.
Summertime in Murder Town.
Is that like a autobiography?
Yeah.
Really?
It's about him growing up in Flint.
The water place. With notoriously bad water. That's all I know about Flint.
No, I mean, that's pretty much the history.
Okay.
There's the auto company, and then it leaving, and then the poison.
What happens when
poison in the water?
Poison the water is that everybody tries to stab and shoot each other.
Yeah, it's odd how that works.
I saw House Hunters in Flint, and the prices were very low.
Oh, yeah.
It was...
They have a budget of $18,000.
Yeah.
He's a meth dealer, and she
is a whore.
Driving around, he's listening to a book on Audible.
They make spare money.
Yeah, you're like
having Uber.
This one's a little bit outside the city. You just hear gunshot.
Oh, just in the
Michigan.
distance.
It's a wild place, man.
That gunshot's exactly 1 mile away.
Only one property brother comes back. So what do you... where can we find you, my friend?
I didn't know that they were brothers for the longest time. I thought they were just two gay guys that looked alike. No, for real. And then my wife goes, "They're twins." I go, "Oh, for real?" I just thought they were two gays that wanted to have sex with someone that looked like them.
Dude, the woman scrolling
give off a
right
lot
now
of that energy.
Had thought that too.
Who did?
The woman who's scrolling it right now, who booked you on the show. She thought there were two gay guys, or at least there's no way they didn't have sex.
Like, look at them.
Like one has a beard.
It looks like they look like two twins Charlie Sheen would hire.
You really do.
Hey, you could find me on Neurotic. We do a show on Fridays called Friday Night Tights. It's not always at night. My channel, where we hang out and play video games and just chill, and Based AF on Mondays on Adam Krigler's channel. Catch me there. Where can we find you?
You can check me out the 25th through the 27th. That's this Thursday through Saturday at the Ann Arbor Comedy Showcase in Ann Arbor, Michigan. And February 12th through 18th at Brad Garrett's Comedy Club in Las Vegas, Nevada. And also, please check out my special. You can go to Comedy Genius. That's comedygenie.us, Comedy Genius, and use code Dave Landau. I just kind of burped. I have this thing, Barrett's esophagus. It just comes out at the worst times. Comedy Genius, GENI.US, and 50% off with code Dave Landau. And now, this will bring us to the end of the world.
Wow! Playing multiple times.
Yeah.
Because we like it that much.
I hesitated. I didn't know, and then I was like, I really want to join in.
You can join in.
You got to.
Yeah.
Play it again. Play it again.
Play it one more time.
Hit it.
Wow.
Oh, dude, you hit it.
That's right. Meow.
Meow.
Let's see. What are some other new Ben & Jerry flavors? Let's just do this again. UB, what do you got for me?
Taliban tiramisu. A little bit of that coffee, you know?
Yeah. I think they make it there. I can't remember if it's opium poppies or coffee. It's one or the other. I don't remember.
You should call it terror-masu.
Ooh.
It's way more sense.
Yes.
I like it.
Taliban terror.
Just giving it to BJ's. Have it for free.
Giving out those BJs.
Giving out those BJ's.
Well played, old chap. Angela, what do you got?
Almond Akbar.
About Palistachio.
We could have actually made a top 10.
Yeah, we could have gone all the way with
whatever.
Who cares? I'm going to go with brownie battered arranged marriage wife.
Whose husband drives an Uber.
Yes. And on that note, thank you all very much for tuning in. We will be back tomorrow, same beautiful time at the same gorgeous place.
That's right.